Hi, welcome back to misformeeple. My name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 board games you can play for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we're going to just jump right on into it. The first game that we're going to talk about was sent to us for review, and this is Marital Bliss by Think and Fink Games. And this is a very, if you've ever played Don't Get Got or heard us talk about Don't Get Got, this is like the couple versions of that, and instead of trying to catch people
You're trying to do nice things
yeah, you're
for
doing
your
nice
partner.
Things.
Yes, and you play the game over the course of a week.
A whole week to get your partner with nice tasks.
Yes, it says you have 1 week to outwit the person you love.
Yeah, so at the start of the game, you'll get 7 mission cards for you to attempt. And you can choose whether or not you're going to keep all those missions and actually try and do those nice things for your partner, or discard them right at the start, day 1.
Right, if there are things that you know, you never do for your partner, it's going to be too obvious that it's a card in the game. Because
if you don't complete it, it's going to be negative points.
I think one we threw out was put one of the towels in the dryer and warm up the other person's towel. Did we throw that one out?
Yes. I almost did that just to try and throw you off.
Yeah, because I we never do that, so I feel like it'd be wait, why are you doing that for me? It'd be way too easy to call somebody out for that card. So you kind of go through the cards up front, and pick out the ones, or take out the ones that you know would be too...
Right, or impossible. Walk the dog and you have no dog.
Exactly.
Yeah. You also lay out reward cards.
Yes.
And we did our reward a little bit different, whoever would win. So, the winner, because we're going to score, as soon as we're done explaining. So we're going to figure out who won this past week.
Yes.
So it's the winner gets a $100 gift certificate to our friendly local board game store.
So they have a rewards program, and we have saved up to, we have $100 off. And usually we just, use it on one of our hauls, and it just takes $100 off the total. But there's a lot of big games coming, so we decided this would be the perfect opportunity to use as a prize. Whoever wins this game gets to use that $100 coupon.
Do you want to get in a scoring right now? Because I am ready to see that I won.
Yes. So I got my cards.
All right, I have mine as well. All right, so we're going to do...
So should I reveal it?
First, also, if you were attempting a mission and you got called out on it...
Yes.
Then that card's no longer valid.
Right, it's very similar rules to Don't Get Got, again, if you're familiar with that. Because if you are are you trying to get me? And if they are, then you have to forfeit that card. You don't score any points. Then a lot of the cards also have bonus points. So they are called brownie points in this game, where you can complete the top objective, but if you also complete the bottom objective, you get a bonus point.
Right.
Brownie point.
And if you call someone out and that wasn't one of their missions to try and get you, then you have a negative point.
Yes.
Right now, you are starting at a negative point. You tried calling me out on winking at you. Was it? Or no? It was winking?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're just going to we'll have point totals display. But you'll reveal a card, so if you did it, and I'll do a card.
Sure. You want to reveal a card first?
Yes. So the first one that I had was called Sweaty Palms. And your mission was to hold hands with your spouse.
That's so easy.
Brownie points.
Do that all the time.
Brownie points. Hold hands 3 times in the next 12 hours.
We do that all the time.
I know. So that is 6 points for me for this
6
card.
points?
Yes.
6 points. All right, so you're at 5 now because you're in the hole. You're in the hole.
Yeah, I was down 1. So this card is worth 5. I'm going to leave that there.
All right. Mine is French Kiss My Weenus. That's the title of it. Pick a body part on your spouse and kiss it 5 times. Lips don't count.
When did you do that?
We were snuggling on the couch, and I kissed your shoulder 5 times, and you did not call me out on it.
Okay.
And it happened all in one day. So that's a brownie point. 6 points for me.
All right.
That I did it all
so you're being rid by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one that I have is that the grass is always greener. Your mission, do a chore that is normally the other person's job. Brownie points, do it 2 times in a row. I've unloaded the dishwasher many times.
I was wondering, I was like, man, she hasn't said anything about the dishwasher. How many points does it bring me to?
I didn't even look. That is 5, well, it's 6 because I did it 2 times in a row.
So let me just say, that real quick, like, this game's supposed to be about being nice to your spouse. Immediately after we got our cards, some distrust was in the air to where we looked at each other.
We were like, wait, why are you doing that?
Yeah, because you winked at me as I was leaving for work, and I just paused for a moment. And that's something you just typically do. But I knew it was a card in the game.
Yep.
So I was just like, I'm not going to wink back.
I know, and
But
then
I
was a
love
little
you.
hurt.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't wink back.
I love you. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a game. All right.
It is.
What's your total at? You at what, 10 points? 11 points?
11.
11? All right.
Yeah.
All right, this one is, well, it's about time. Give your spouse 5 compliments. Make sure some of them are in front of their friends or family. This is the one that you almost called me out on.
Yeah.
You did not call me out on this because I was like, yeah, you're so smart and beautiful and kind. Like, I did it as we were cooking and you stopped for a minute.
Okay.
And you're like, why are you being so nice? Like, and I was just like, you go ahead, call me out on it. But you had recently lost 1 point that day. So I feel like you're hesitant to call me out.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not do it in front of friends or family, so I am at 11 points right now.
Oh, we are all tied up. Okay.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because I was down a point, so I did
Okay.
not score my 6. Okay, the next one is call someone who cares. Your mission. Get in touch with an in-law. Brownie point. Plan your next get-together. So I've been texting back and forth with your mom and Alyssa and Caitlin about wedding stuff.
That doesn't count.
And guess what?
That doesn't
we planned
count.
our get-together, so that does count.
So you're only hanging out with my in-laws to get points?
No, I'm not.
That's
We're already in the works, and then I was just like, cool. I get points for this.
All right, if
So
we're going
that
to go
is
with
8 points, because that was a big old
if we're going to go with things that were
7-pointer.
already in the works,
So that was
that's 8 points?
Yes.
Jesus.
So that was plus 11, so that is 19.
Wait, no. I feel like that says plan your next get-together. I feel like I would have had been involved in that. Like, a get-together with me and my family, you know?
No.
That's bull.
No.
If it comes down to 1 point.
That's 19 points
What?
that I'm on.
All right. You're at 19?
I'm at 19.
So mine was sustenance. Buy groceries, which I did. So it also says brownie point, buy something extra just for your spouse. Yeah, that was probably something in there, right?
No.
But I was paying for it. So, I mean, like, everything in
You
there.
didn't pick it out, so you don't get the brownie point
I didn't
for
pick
that.
out anything.
Yeah, so you can.
But I bought
get
it
the
all for you.
points for
I
the-
bought it all for you.
For us.
So I'm at 14.
My next one. Most important meal of the day. Your mission. Help fix breakfast. Brownie point. Clean up after breakfast.
All right, how many points you got?
What's 19 plus 4? 23? 23 points? 23?
Yeah. 1 lump or 2. Make a cup of tea or coffee for your spouse. 100% did that. And I did do it 2 days in a row because I did.
You know what? I thought it was fishy when you're like, I'll make the tea. I'm like,
Yeah,
you'll
I
make-
typically
you'll
don't make the tea.
I questioned you on
You
it.
did, but you did not. I
'Cause
asked
I was
you.
like, you'll make the tea.
You were very close on calling me out on my missions, but after that one fumble, you did not like commit to
No, I
calling
wasn't,
me out.
'cause I don't
could
wanna
have been
lose more
out of a lot
points.
of points. And I did it 2 days in a row,
always am
so
like,
that's
do you want a cup of
that's
tea?
an extra
And then I make you some.
4 points, so it gets me to 18.
And I'm at 24.
Are you? Okay.
Yes.
Now, one of these missions I did call you out
Yeah,
on, so
I
you have to
know.
throw it away.
I'm done. That'll be the last one.
Okay.
Okay, my next one is strategy card. Play this card anytime throughout the round. You can complete one mission in your hand a second time and get an additional point if you are successful.
Yeah, no, that had been played, and then you had to be like, I'm going to complete one of my other missions a second time. You did that twice.
I did.
So
yes.
you get an extra 6 points.
Yes. So that was what? I was on 23 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 29 points.
I don't think you did math right. We'll have to double check your points because I'm way too far. Well, ask your spouse. Oh, mine was enough about me. Ask your spouse to share something interesting about their day. Brownie point.
That's some
have a full
bullshit
conversation
right there.
about your spouse's day. We do this every day.
I know.
Every day.
That's easy
So
points.
that's 4 points. I lost where I'm at. I think I'm at like 22. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm at 22.
All right, my last one I did not score points for because Mish did call me out on
I
it.
didn't cheat.
It's
I just won.
hashtag selfie, take a selfie together.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do it like discreetly, and then it was like a delayed reaction, and you're like, wait, was that a card? And then I was like, maybe. The brownie point was to send the photo to your spouse, which I didn't do because I knew right away that that would be a flag. If I sent it to you, you would have been like, why are you sending this picture to me? So I did not score that one, so I'm still at 28.
Okay, I have 2 cards in my hand. The one card in my hand, I did not pay attention, is a strategy card. It says, play this as soon as it is drawn. Discard this card, then draw 2 more. You now have more missions to choose from. So at the start of the game, I thought like all the strategy cards were the same. So I'm like, oh cool, I got like a strategy card that I can score something twice. And this is, it wasn't me. Okay, actually it was. Apologize for something you did wrong. Do something to make it right. So I did do that. The one thing that I apologize for?
Yeah.
I apologize for not getting my clothes out of the dryer.
Oh yeah, he just leaves his clothes in the dryer, and then I go to do laundry.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
like, oh, great! I guess I
did do something to make it right because I got the clothes out immediately after. I apologized, and then I made it right. I orchestrated the whole situation.
Sure. So that's what, 6 plus
6.
You were at what, 22?
22? Is that what that was?
I don't remember.
What are you at? I'm at 28 over here.
I was at 29.
See, this is bullshit. It comes down to the brownie points argument. Let us know in the comments down below who do you think should actually win.
It's a game about being nice to your partner, and the idea is to do extra nice things to your partner so that they don't know what is a card and what isn't a card. We do so many nice things for each other all the time.
I went living about my normal day.
Most of these are pretty easy because we do them all the time.
Yeah. So who gets the $100?
Yeah, tell us below. Who do you think should get to use the $100 off coupon?
Officially, I guess it's $29.28, but I'm calling bullshit on 7 of your points.
That is the first game on our list. That is Marital Bliss. It is available, I think, on Amazon.
All right,
right?
We'll chalk it up as you won. Yes, it is available on Amazon, and we'll have the link in the description down below.
Yes.
So that way you can check it out. The game takes a whole week to play.
It does.
Order it before Valentine's Day.
Or start it on Valentine's Day.
No, because it would be fun to like do the reward at the end.
Oh yeah,
do the reward on Valentine's Day. And then you get to
celebrate. A lot of the things are like, oh, take your spouse out to like a dinner, or buy them something that they've wanted.
Reward can be one of the many cards that you pick from, or something you two just agree upon.
And at the beginning, you go through all the rewards and you decide which ones you want to play with. So that's really fun. But yeah, I kind of liked it. We really like Don't Get Got when you have a big group, but this was kind of nice that it was like a couple version of it, you know?
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. It would make a really good like wedding gift if somebody's getting married, or, you know, just like a fun anniversary gift to give to people. And we never usually argue, so it's pretty funny that like this game was...
Yeah, we never usually argue. Thanks, Fink and Fink.
It's all in good fun. But yeah, that is Marital Bliss. Pretty much like the perfect Valentine's Day game.
Yeah.
Okay. The next game we recommend for Valentine's Day is Azul Master Chocolatier, published by CE. Next Move Games. Next Move.
If you played Standard Azul, this is that.
Yes, it just has a chocolate-themed version of Azul, where you are building a box of chocolates instead of a mosaic tile wall. The pieces are really, really cute. They're like decorated little chocolates, and the board that you're putting them in are like, they have like little wrappers and stuff. And
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so this would pair really well to give your significant other like this game with a box of chocolate. You can eat the chocolates while you're playing the game. It would be really romantic and cute. And everyone we've introduced Azul to has...
They love it.
Just absolutely loved it. They've bought their own copy. When we played with your cousins, we played base Azul, and then I was like, oh, they have this chocolate-themed version, which, you know, like we kind of like this version a little bit better, just because the chocolate theme is a little bit more appealing.
Yeah.
And so they bought the chocolate version as well. So yeah, really nice game for Valentine's Day. It's a good one to play. It plays really well at 2 players, so it's a good for like date night, fairly easy to learn. Yeah, and it's just really, really fun. So that is Azul Master Chocolatier. All
right, next game we're going to recommend is Micromacro Crime City, and recently they came out with a 3rd version of this.
Called All In?
Yeah, All In. So this one is Full House, I think the other one doesn't even have a subtitle.
No, it does. It's Micromacro Crime City. Is it just Crime City?
Yeah, I thought it was just Crime City, then it's Crime City Full House, and then Crime City All In.
Yeah.
Either way, this is from Pegasus Spiel, and this is fantastic, like, look and find. Like, where's Waldo? But you're looking across this, like, 3-foot by, like, 4-foot map.
Huge map.
It's massive.
Yes.
And it's all, like, these tiny, intricate, like drawings of people walking down city streets, and like you'll watch like the hamburger salesman walking down the sidewalk, and you'll see like there is a guy with a baseball bat following him, and then if you look like a couple grids over, you'll see that same hamburger guy, and like the baseball bat guy is
because it's like a map, but it's also mapped through time.
Yeah,
it's cool.
So as you follow these people, you watch how their day goes, and it's Crime City, so a lot of people are getting killed. They're like, there's like, it's very adult, this version.
Yeah.
But like, what makes this a good recommendation for Valentine's Day is because you were just two people hunched over the map.
Yeah, it's
like
and
close
it's
together,
cooperative, like
trying to solve a crime.
Like we really like watching like murder mystery movies and trying to be like whodunits, you know, and like, oh,
so good at calling the ending.
Yes, he is right off the bat. He's like, that's the bad guy, and then it's the bad guy. I'm like, wow, you knew that as soon as they walked in the room.
Well, yeah.
But anyways, this is really fun to try to like go through the different like mysteries together, because they all come in like different envelopes of the different mysteries that you can solve, and they have like a difficulty on there. So they kind of ramp up in difficulty, but you can do them in any order that you want. But yeah, they get more and more complex, and it's just really fun to like kind of solve it together and be like, oh, okay, I see that guy over there, and then you follow them, and then you're like, oh, well, who was that person they were talking to? And then you follow that person, and you kind of piece together this story.
Yeah, there's so many like little side stories that happen throughout the world too, because it's like they'll be taking buses and cars like all across the map. So it's like a car might have swerved because like a little kid dropped his basketball in the street, and then like later you'll see that car has crashed on a pole. Yeah. Or it's like you'll follow that kid with the basketball.
You see, like, he just came from a store where he bought it.
Exactly.
Or like it's
to where it's like that has nothing to do with like any of the murders. But it's just like, oh, that's a cool little detail that they added, like that kid,
it's
got his
like
ball from the store.
A really fun like activity to do together. A lot of them only took us like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to solve. And then like as soon as we were done, we're like, all right, let's play another one. Like, let's solve another one. You know, and then it got to be like, it was really late at night, and we like just, you know, we wanted to keep going. And it's a really fun like date night activity. And you can play it for as little or as long as you want. But yeah, you can, you know, sprawl it out on the floor and like with your little magnifying glasses and try to solve it. And it's easy. You don't have to learn a bunch of rules. It's very easy to set up.
Just lay the map out and grab a stack of cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And there's little prompts where like it kind of like holds your hand through some of the missions. Like, oh, well, you know, where did this person go? Follow them. And so then you like follow them, and then they're like, who did they talk to? So like you can use the hint, but you don't have to. But there are little prompts to kind of give you
have that starting prompt.
Yeah, to kind of give you some hints on like what you should be looking for, or like where you should go from the point that you're at. So yeah, it's a really just fun date night activity, especially for Valentine's Day. So
yeah, murder. Micromacro Crime City, Full House.
All right, the next game we are going to talk about is Sunset Over Water, published by Pencil First Games and illustrated by Beth Sobel. This is just a really like kind of relaxing, like lightweight game about a landscape artist waking up and going for a hike to paint beautiful landscape pictures. It looks really, really pretty on the board. The first thing you do is choose what time you're waking up, and that'll determine what direction your artist can move in. And there's a really pretty grid of all of the different landscape cards. So then you determine, based on your starting card, how many spaces you're going to move and in what direction. And then you can collect landscape cards along your route. And then those landscape cards have different symbols. And you use the symbols on there. Those symbols could be like waterfall or sunshine or flower. And then you use those matching symbols to complete commission cards. And that's how you score points. The different commission cards that you complete have different victory points on it. This game is just really lightweight and relaxing, and
artwork's gorgeous.
It is
My
gorgeous.
gosh.
And like, you know, a fun like date activity to do around Valentine's Day is like, oh, let's, you know, get dinner and go watch the sunset. Like, it's just a romantic thing to do. And like, this just kind of fits into that theme of sunset over water and just like the pretty romantic like naturescapes that you would, you know, typically spend with like a significant other. And it's just an easy game that you could play and kind of incorporate to those date night activities.
I mean, it's a Beth Sobel illustrated game, so anytime Beth Sobel does the artwork on a game, highly recommend it.
It's a good like intro game if like your significant other isn't particularly into the board gaming hobby. It's a good, just like easy, lightweight game to play with them. Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's a good Valentine's Day game to play. But that is Sunset Over Water.
And the last game we're going to talk about is Gift of Tulips from Weird Giraffe Games. Now, we first played this game at Origins last year.
Yes.
And we got to demo it before we bought it, which was really cool. Well, I think we played it with, 3 other people?
I think we played it with 5.
Yeah, so 3 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gift of Tulips is also a game about being nice, to where you are giving other people
flowers.
Is it flower cards? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're trying to build the best tulip bouquet.
Yeah. And yeah, you're trying to build out your bouquet, and you can score. Do you score points when you give other people cards?
You score points based on what flowers are currently in the top position in the Tulip Festival.
Yes, that's correct, because whatever's in the Tulip Festival determines what's in the number 1, 2, and 3 rated
what's
flower.
Currently in first place, second place, third place in this Tulip Festival.
Yeah, depending on if you keep it or give it, scores points based on that, and you also get more cards to yourself if you give cards that are worth more points. But if you keep those cards, I don't even know. I mean, it's been so long since we played the game.
You get certain points if you keep the cards, depending on the ranking of where they are in the festival, and then certain points if you give the flowers to somebody else. And then there's also the secret festival, where you can instead put a card face down into the secret festival, and then at the end of the game, those secret cards come out, and they can kind of adjust where those flowers are.
Right, and then you score your bouquet.
Yeah, because what determines what's in first place, second place, or third place is the amount of cards that are played into that festival. So if there's 4 red tulips and 3 yellow tulips, red's going to be in first place, yellow would be in second place. Right. And then those can shift as people are playing cards into the festivals, and that determines points. And but yeah, it's a really game about being nice to each other. Yeah. It's another relatively easy game that plays pretty quickly. And one of the most popular things to give your significant other, especially women, is flowers for Valentine's Day.
Tulips, get?
Yes, also tulips.
So dumb.
But is a bouquet of flowers. So this would pair really nicely with flowers as a gift for Valentine's Day. You have an activity, and then you have, a bouquet of flowers to enjoy as well. But yeah, this one, again, the artwork is really, really pretty on this one, and a game that's, I think if even, non-gamers can kind of understand it, because you're just giving flowers and playing flowers into your bouquet. It's really simple. It's just, where do you want to put your card, basically. But yeah, that's another really cute one for Valentine's Day, a gift of tulips. And we also have 2 honorable mentions we wanted to talk about.
We have 2.
Yeah.
What's the first one?
So one of them is, we've only played Patchwork, the Christmas edition. But they did, I think last year, they came out with Patchwork, the Valentine's Day edition.
Patchwork's just a good game.
Which I believe plays the same way as the Christmas version in the original. Basically, you're building a polyomino box of chocolates, and scoring up your points at the end of the game. It's very puzzly and thinky, but they have a whole Valentine's Day theme applied to that one. So it is an honorable mention because we don't own that one.
The only time we would play it is during Valentine's Day. That was why we didn't go after buying that, because we have so many other ones.
Yeah, and we have the Azul Master Chocolatier. And then the other one is a game that we've only played on BGA, but is kind of perfect for like Valentine's Day. It's called Dinner in Paris. So Paris is like a very romantic city. Everyone talks about how it's like the city of romance. And so this game is called Dinner in Paris, and you are trying to purchase different ingredient cards to build different restaurants in this Paris square. And then you're putting your restaurants around the square, and you're trying to put out different terraces in order to score points, so you can get objectives if you build your terraces around a lamppost or around bands.
Yep. If you build your terrace where there's a pigeon, you get a pigeon card, which allows you to do some other stuff.
Yeah, play more terraces. It's kind of area control, because depending on where you put your restaurant and lay your terraces out, you can kind of fight for position a little bit. But it's very pretty on the board. The terraces look really nice in the square, and like the restaurants along the side, and it's kind of, I don't know, when we played it on BGA, it was pretty relaxing, because you were just buying like ingredient cards, and you're like, oh, I have enough to build this restaurant. And another thing you do on Valentine's Day is go out to dinner, and this is Dinner in Paris, one of the most romantic cities. So it's kind of a perfect game for that as well. I think it is a little bit more strategic than some of the other ones that we talked about, but I felt like it was still pretty simple.
It was easy enough.
I didn't really have to reference the rules much when we played it on BGA. But yeah, that is another one that we don't own, and we've only played it digitally, but another great recommendation for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so let us know what Valentine's Day games you're going to play
this year.
Valentine's Day. Or chat with us in the BG Hub. It's a Discord, which is linked down below. We're there with Two Sheep, One Wheat, Lobby of Hobbies, Second Star to the Left. So those are all amazing people to go check out. And if you want to get your Valentine's something real special,
if they're into board
games, get them tickets to the World Series of Board Gaming, where it's a big board game convention where they could either just play games or compete in tournaments for a chance to win up to $25,000. So
this is in Las Vegas
September. Use discount code misformeeple down below. We do always do that. It's never never there, but it will be in the description down below. But my name's Mitch.
And I'm Morgan. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day with your significant other.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, click the bell. So, shall we do one at a time?
This box will not stay
How about this?
Beautiful. Published by What's Games. And
What's?
That's what it says. What's Game?
What?
What's Games. Pencil First Games. Sorry. Well, it also says What's Game. Let me do that again.
So yeah, we played it at 5 players. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Typically, you're on me about it.
I should not have to say anything. You should just see that the dishwasher is full and our sink is full of dishes.
We have a magnet.
You should just unload the dishwasher.
There's a magnet on our dishwasher that is always flipped to the dirty side. Like, it's got 2 sides to it, and one says clean, one says dirty.
Dishwasher.
So
you always unload the dishwasher, and if you don't unload the dishwasher, then I can't load the dishwasher.
If you don't flip that magnet, how am I supposed to know when I get home from work?
You can open the dishwasher and see.
Just use the magnet system.
Okay, listen.
7 sheets.
I ordered all of the groceries, added them to the cart, and then you're like, oh, I'll pay for the groceries this time.
I didn't even have to say that. You're like, could you pay for the groceries? I was like, yes. It just it lined up perfectly. I didn't buy groceries for like 3 weeks.
Who adds all the groceries to the cart and makes a list of what we need for the house?
No, it doesn't say.
I'll pay for them this time.
It doesn't say make the grocery list. It says buy groceries. See, this brownie part I'm arguing because it says plan your next get together. Because your next get together, and it's a marital bliss game. It's between the 2 of us. Okay, but I'm calling 7 of your points are bull.
Why are 7 bull?
Because this card right here, the strategy card that says play this card anytime throughout the round, How the hell did I know you played it, Morgan? If it wasn't announced.
So-
The round is the week, Morgan.
I did
The
play
week. Why is it so hard to do math in this game?
I don't know.
You need a little calculator. So what are you gonna spend the $100 on?
Let me know what you think I should spend it on.
Let me know if you think I won, if I should spend it on Eclipse.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because whatever we spend it on, we're gonna play the game together anyways.